Hey guys, Roseann here from Live Fit with my Lifepro balance trainer, and we're doing a new series for the next 4 weeks. We're going to be working on. I'm going to be teaching you some exercises with different equipment, but I'm going to focus on your core. You guys were like, we want more core. You're going to get more core, and I am a Pilates teacher. I've been actually Pilates practitioner for about 20 years now. Ooh, yeah. And you know what? Every day is a challenge when it comes to working your core. And your core, just to be clear before I start this series, is your core, as I know it, as I teach my clients, is you cut off your arms, you cut off your legs, you cut off your head, and that's your core. And I absolutely love working with the balance trainer and Lifepro, a mini stability ball that comes with it. So you have your balance trainer, you have the ball too. It's a great aid. It's helping you to get that deep floor connection. And I'll explain that later. So welcome everybody. It's Wednesday here, a beautiful day in Scottsdale, Arizona. I was going to say it's like a Friday for some reason, but it is Wednesday. And happy March to everybody. If you're joining me live, please let me know where you're tuning in from. If you have a balance trainer or if that's on your Lifepro wish list, because gosh, you know, my list is pretty long as well, because Lifepro keeps coming up with some amazing products to help you to uncover solutions and rediscover that it was designed to do. I mean, that's what I find. When I use Lifepro stuff, I am figuring things out. My clients are figuring ways out to move their body, more pain-free range of motion, more functional movement, feeling straighter, stronger, more flexible. So why a balance trainer? I mean, because with the core, we can do this stuff on the floor for sure. And see, today I'm going to demonstrate, and we're going to work. It's going to be a workout, but I'm going to demonstrate you 10 different exercises using my mini stability ball. If you have the trainer, it will come with a manual, and there are several suggested exercises to work on, but I'll show you some stuff specifically working for. Check out the YouTube channel for Lifepro, because at the beginning of the year, I did a couple 22-minute workouts where I used the balance trainer, the dumbbells, the swirl. So, you know, you got to mix it up. I don't know about you guys, but I have exercise ADHD, meaning I need to move, my brain needs to move differently. My client with me because I make it very interesting, because it's my brain. And my body wants to move differently. My brain wants to challenge you and explore things. So without further ado, let's get into the work. If you have any questions, if you have any questions, you know, type them in the chat. I'll be happy to answer later. A lot of these exercises, and I want patients to crank it up if you are a little stronger in the core or you're familiar with this trainer. Hello, Cynthia from you have the balance trainer. Well, I hope you're today, or make sure that you check it out. We are recording this and the next several weeks. We're going to record these workouts. So I'm going to talk to different of your core today, and we're going to go into about basically 2-minute intervals with everything. Not that we're doing the whole thing for 2 minutes, so about 20 minutes, okay? I'm going to have you lay against your booty, okay, so that your mid-back is there. I'm going to put the ball between my thighs and my legs are straightened out. This gets my hip flexors out of the way. You're going to take your hands behind your head. So the first exercise is Thoracic Crunch, meaning from my neck, cervical spine to just the top of the lumbar. I'm going to be crunching. Hands behind my head. My thumbs are supporting my neck, so there's no stress on my neck. Push the heels and exhale. I'm pressing into the bones, so squeezing the mini stability ball. And let's do 10 reps like this. Exhale. Go ahead and extend. The thoracic and cervical are meant to do that. And exhale and come on up. I'm really pushing through my legs. My working. Remember, as I said, in the core, it's cut off your legs, but you still have your butt muscles are working. I'm see my abdominals in, but I'm really trying on this upper thoracic crunch, I mean. So let's go for more. My head is being supported. I am not pulling my head, I'm just supporting my head. And you've got 2 more. This should feel really good on your spine, especially if you're tight in the chest. And here's your last one. That is by doing little presses, little tiny pulses right into this midsection. I like to always, I'm going to do it this way. I put a fist under my chin and my client's chin to make sure they're not jiggling with their hands. So I'm just putting that fist there, both hands there, and you're just crunching, and you're going to hit right. This is your 6-pack. Yes, I said your 6-pack, because that's what we're going to work on. Let's go for a few more. I'm really pulling the belly button in and up and working that spine. And last one, come all the way up. Okay, and that was thoracic crunch. Exercise number, we're going to go into knee marches. I am not going to use the ball yet because I'm going to be alternating my knees. But I'm going to sit on, I call this the dome. I'm sitting on the dome. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. So know where you're coming from and if you've got the trainer. Okay, here's your options. You can take your hands back here. It's going to force a pelvic tilt. So watch my fingertips are toward the dome. I'm going to exhale. There's my pelvic tilt. Yeah, that's why my dome is here. I'm pushing into this dome. Okay, I'm going to bring one knee up and exhale, bringing the other knee up. Okay, the lift is from my lower belly. I've got a soft bend in my knees while I bring it up. So these are called knee marches. This is your first level of knee marches. Okay, if this feels good for you, stay here. If you can go a little deeper in it, you're going to bring one knee up and then bring the other knee up. Now there's some, you're going to tap a toe down and exhale. Now again, look at my head. I'm not throwing my head back. I can put a fist under my chin and do my taps. And I've got a soft knee bend here, the soft elbow bend. Fine. Let's go for 4 more. I'm going to add on to this, guys. 3 and knee marches. 2, 1. Hello from Buffalo. Let me show you where we're going to go with this. Hands go on top of behind the dome. I'm going to go with that deep lumbar flexion. Hold on. Eyes gaze forward. Here's your knee march again. I'll start here. I'm going to hang out here for about another minute with this exercise. Again, you want to feel it not from your hip flexors, but push in to the lower belly, okay? Once you have that feeling, and my knee stays bent, okay? I'm not straightening my leg out. My knee stays bent, and my thigh comes to my chest. Tap one, and the other. And exhale. Let me tell you right now, my abs are soft elbow bend, eyes gaze forward. The 5. Use the breath. 4. It's super important. You don't want to hold your breath on this. 3. Exhale. 2. And 1. And you're going to take a little break here. All right. Wow. Okay. So from here, we're going to turn around. We're going to get out of the hip flexion, and I'm going to go into what I call bear pose. This is going to set you up for planks. So we're going to do planks later on. So watch my hands first. I'm going to show you from, okay, my hands, our fingertips are forward, but for this, for our dome, I'm going to turn so my thumbs are forward. I've turned my arms. This is critical in planks. You're not here. You want to roll the shoulders back. Okay, knees under the hips, chin tucked in. You're going to pull those shoulders back, and we're going to lift and lower. Do that with an exhale. Exhale. You want to get used to pushing away from that dome. Now, the balance trainer, I started to say why I love it and got sidetracked. This causes a lot more muscles, little muscles we don't think about, to kick in. So life happens and we're always kind of caught off guard, and we have quick movements and we can sometimes that can cause injuries, but we're going to tone all those little muscles. Hold your knees up. Here's the second level. Step back, step back. Exhale, almost like a plank, but not quite. My hold it in, separate my shoulder blades. I want to my finger pads just as much as my heels. Now, if this is feeling good, great, stay there. Otherwise, legs out, bend and straighten. That's a full blown out plank. So I went from a bear to a knee march to rolling my knees in and out. My back stays flat. You can have lunch on my back and you wouldn't spill your coffee. 3, inhale, exhale, 2, and 1. At any time your wrists are sore, just take the weight and shift back. That is our bear pose. Okay. Now this one's going to work the back. It's called swimming. Now, swimming exercise. And if you're a swimmer breaststroke, you're going to make this kind of move. I'm going to show you from here. This is the move. Okay, and I want my back muscles. I hope you can see this. My shoulders stay down. I'm not here. I'm not hunching. Shoulders down and open up. So I got those thoracic muscles and back to work. Now, careful, careful if you got any issues in your back. And I do, but believe it or not, this is a good back. I'm going to have my ribs on. My legs are straight, okay? Now my elbows are at my side. I'm going to look down at the floor. I'm not going to look at you guys because this exercise won't work if I do it. So make sure you're not turning your head either, okay? We're going to spool. And then I'm going to bring my elbows and come up. Exhale and inhale. Now I'm going to have you do as many as feel good for you. Try to pull your belly in. It's really hard to do that. But you want to think sucking the belly in, squeezing the glutes. So my hands are very light. I'm reaching and I'm drawing. Now if this feels good for you, you can, here's my hands. I'm going to dive in. Exhale. Whoa, I went overboard. I got to adjust my body. Okay, I'm going to reach and I'm going to lift out of the water. Then I'm going to exhale, blow into the water. Inhale, get your breath. Remember, it's breath. And open. Strong legs here. You must work your butt muscles here. That's going to spine as you open up. Let's go for 4. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Here's your 1. Hands on the ground. Go back and shift and get your back. You should have felt all the muscles in your spine. No compression, no tightness. Well, it's tight, but no pain. Okay, that was number 5. Well, from here, actually that was number 4. Thoracic crunches, knee marches, bear pose to plank swimming. That was 4. Number 5, side obliques. Okay, here we go. I'm going to lay on my side. My bottom knee is in line with my top leg. I'm literally against the dome. And I'm going to come on over here. I'm going to give you lots of variations on this, guys, okay? So the first one, you can rest your head for a second and just straighten your leg out. Already you're going to feel, this is for you newbies, if you're not used to working your obliques. Now, I'm really light on my elbow, and my head is supported, so I'm not getting neck straight. This is your first option. Here's your second option. Hand on the floor, and you're going to reach. So I'm lightly sliding and reaching. And I'm going to feel my ribs pull down. Okay, that's another option. So you get flexion and extension. Okay, that's the next option. Now, here's another one. It's going to be a little harder. Hand goes behind the head and we lift. I'm not using the floor. I'm pushing into the dome. Did I call this a BOSU? Shh. It's a balance trainer. Okay, that happens. Old habits. Okay, now to make it a little harder, here we go. Exhale. Elbow top, taps the floor, exhale. I'm pushing that leg out. I still have another side to do, so I'll repeat all this. Let's go for 4. Inhale, exhale, 3. Woo, those obliques are on fire. 2. And let's flip it around because we don't want to be lopsided in this exercise. So, are you with me? Making sense? Are you feeling it? Because I am. Okay, and I teach this stuff, and I do it every day. Well, just goes to show you your core enough. Doing core work once a week is not going to cut it if you want a real strong core. Okay, line it up. Knee, hip, shoulders, ear. Okay, so I started here where I just put my head down. I supported my head, right? And it's going to lift up. Did I do that on that side? I'm already changing the exercise. I'm reaching, supporting my head. Okay, so that's one option. You can pan down here and push yourself up. That's the second option. Now this side is my more bendy side, and you're going to notice it if you watch this video more time. I'm real bendy on this side. Many of us have one like that. Okay, so the next option. This is the harder one. I think I missed one of the options, but you get the idea, right? Oh, I know what I missed. I missed the leg. I'll do that at the end because I'm going to burn off these obliques. So remember, my hand is supporting my head. I'm reaching toward my feet. I'm pulling my ribs, I'm pressing my ribs into the balance trainer. For 3, inhale, exhale, 2, and 1. Here was the option I failed to start with. Just lifting the leg because, again, you're going to feel your QLs and your obliques fire up. And you're going to actually get some hip action too. So that's all the options for your side obliques. Now, from here, we're going to turn around and go into a full front crunch. Now, I showed you the thoracic crunch. I showed you the knee marches. Now we're going to kind of incorporate everything. So you can see I'm not on the dome. I'm kind of in front of it. And instead of having my feet close here, it's going to actually help me to get further up. Try it. Change your position of your feet because everyone's going to work differently. It depends on your torso. I have a short torso. You have a long, might be different, okay? So we start here. Hands go behind the head. And let me show you this, by the way, guys. Here's how my hands are. I interlace and my thumbs support my cervical spine. Okay, I want you to do that. Make that your habit. Because then you really know you're not yanking on your neck. Okay, so I'm in the right spot. Digging my heels down. I'm going to come all the way back. And this is a beautiful stretch. And then I'm going to lift my head, lift my shoulders, and curl all the way up. Stack up my spine tall. And we're going to pull the belly back, pull the ribs back, let the shoulders drape over. Oh, such a good stretch. Inhale, head into the thoracic spine, the lumbar spine flex over, and restack nice and tall. You still bring those lower abs on the restack. Take it down, inhale, and exhale. I'm not using momentum on this. Okay, don't try to force momentum or abs on us, using your entire core. And exhale, flex, restack. I'm sliding off. I'm going to readjust. That will happen. Let's go one more time, 2 more times. Back. Great spinal support. Push your spine. It's so much feedback when you do this sit tall. How about one more? Exhale, tuck the chin. Remember, a fist distance. For those of you that want a little more challenge, let's take your arms back all the way overhead and sweep it up. That's another option. You lift tall and you flex, take it back and up, and there you have it. Okay, so I gave you lots of options. We're moving on here to the side leg lifts. Okay, we're going to be working obliques again. How's everyone feeling here? This is a little bit of a kick butt workout. I hope you are enjoying it. Now, once again, I want to go about alignment. Watch your head. Sometimes people tend to have their head forward. So my elbow is directly under my shoulder. My hip bone and my pelvis is on the balance trainer. And I'm just going to check here to test to see how my leg feels. Now I'm putting my hand behind my head because remember, I want to get that good alignment. I'm pressing down in the forearm. These are critical vertical steps to lift the legs up. You can rest them down. Now, whoa, see, I just fell back, so I've got to find my balance here. Let me look forward. Leg up, try that, bring the other leg up. That works, that's both legs. Okay, let's go for 10 on this side. Exhale, 10. Oh my gosh, I forgot to do this. There we go. 9, that changes everything. 8, I told you I was going to use this mini stability ball, and I forgot. There's so much I want to tell you. 5, also use it. 4, something coming up. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, flip it around because we've got another side. So as I mentioned earlier, squeezing the ball between the thighs pulls up the pelvis, pulls up the pelvic floor. And we're on the other side. Okay, hopefully you're good with being on your knees because I do a lot of crawling in this work. Elbow underneath, legs are straight. I'm going to put that stability, mini stability ball close to my pelvis rather than my knees. I'm really trying to squeeze glutes here. Now, here's an option. If you're just lifting one leg, that's fine because you won't need this, right? You won't need the ball. But if you're lifting both legs, and you could always press down, my hand could be on the dome or behind my head. And exhale. Remember, I told you this is not my favorite side here. So I have a lot more challenges using my obliques. So the bottom leg has to squeeze up into the top leg. And I'm going to go for 8. A lot harder for me. 7. So I'm going to hold on to the dome. 5. Eyes forward. 4. Use that exhale. 3. 2. You think this looks easy, but it's not. And 1. Whew, okay. The next exercise, we are on number 8. 7. Thoracic crunch, knee marches, bear pose, swimming, side obliques, front crunches, V-sits. Okay, we're in V-sits, number 7. Now, here's your beginner move, okay? If you are a beginner, take that mini stability ball between your knees and you're gonna walk back. Now we did tiny marches, right? We did tiny marches and I prepped you for the next, this one, V-sits. Soft elbows, you're gonna bring the knees up. Now it's very important for your feet. You want the knees up, okay? You're gonna squeeze the chest to the knees, squeeze that ball and take it back. Elbows bend and lift. So yeah, I am using my arms here and that's okay. Inhale, exhale. Squeezing the ball, pressing the belly into the balance trader is critical. Breath in for 5 and 4. I've got an option, guys. 3. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 1. That was option 1. Option 2. My hands are on the dome. I'm going to do a deep pelvic tilt. Eyes forward, roll up and lift your feet. Now, by the way, a lot of times when I'm training in Pilates, I don't wear shoes. So that's take the shoes off, takes off a few pounds. Let's go for 5. Inhale, exhale, 4. 3, 2, and 1. Last option, we're just going to play with this one. I'm going to put the ball kind of between my knees on this, okay? Instead of my groin, I'm lowering the ball. I'm going to use my hands, throw back, and lift. Now I want to find my here. Lifting my, lifting my shins, squeezing the ball, and then maybe, I don't know if you can see like a leaf. Okay, that's the third option. And man, those are wicked. Okay, we're finally going to go into our planks. Okay, so I'm breaking these planks down to 3 to 4 different things. We're going to move our dome front to back, side to side, and then our last exercise is going to be Spider-Man of the plank series. Okay, so ready for this? A big switch. We've been using the dome. Now we're going to come on, flip it. There's a lot more movement here. Now, what about your hands? Because a lot of people tell me the heel of my hands. First of all, what was really cool about our Lifepro balance trainer, it's got a lot of texture. I like that. And there's texture on the back side that helps to not grip, and I'm on carpeting. It helps grip and you don't slide. Now you have these little nodules here, little handles. You could actually put the heel of your hands right around there and wrap around. You can do that, and that might help you to help your wrist. I prefer mine like this. My fingertips are forward. Again, I'm going to roll my shoulders back. That's my preference, okay? So I'm not here. I'm rolling. Look at the difference in my shoulders. But if you want to be here, please do. Start what feels good for you that really works. Okay. So remember, this is a really cool ponytail holder. Remember how we did bear pose? It's pretty much the same thing. Shoulders back. You're in your bear pose. And you're going to walk out. So I am pushing away. There's some instability here. Think about pull your chin in. Tuck the tailbone. Pull those out. Once you have that, then you can bring the balance trainer forward and back. This is where I like my hands here, fingertips forward and back, because I use my shoulder stabilizers. Okay, so I'm going to rock it for about 10, 9, 8, 7. Make sure you drop it. That's everyone's worst habit. 2, 1. We're going to go side to side, like you're a drunken sailor. Side to side. Let me show you looks if you're here. Okay, side to side. I'm trying to keep my hips still. Side. I'll show an angle here. Okay, that's your side. You're going to feel a diagonal from heel of your hand to your toes, opposite leg. Okay, so that's your planks. Last one is the mountain climber in the plank series. Okay, here we go. Mountain climber. Knee comes in. You can make it a little aerobic if you want, but I'm going to stay with the slow. 5, 4, 4, 3, 3. Exhale. And come on in and take a stretch. Okay, nice big breath in and out, guys. Okay, lastly, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go into this is the final of our series. We're going to go into what's called a bird dog. Now, bird dog, as we know, is normally 4 and 1 leg back. Bird dog. Okay, this is a normal bird dog. Okay, I'm putting one hand on the Bosu and one back. That's what we typically do. That's where you can, or you can have your knees on. Okay, and you can take and the other knee. Now look at my hands, look at my shoulders, look at my hips. The option I want to show you. This is the big one for me and many people. I'm going to come on into what I'm calling table pose. My toes can be my kickstands if I lose my balance. Shoulders are back, but I'm going to lose up. I'm going to start with one arm forward, bring it back, the other arm forward, back. I'm going to shift my weight, one leg back, bring it in, using the breath, shoulders back, one leg back, bring it in. Okay. Practice that, because I'll tell you the next one's a little harder. And I just want to challenge you. I'm going to take the leg first, and then I'm going to take my arm. I'm going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to bring it in. Almost had it. Okay. I always do one piece at a time. So you're squared off. You're going to slide that left leg or right other leg out. Hold it, and then breathe for, ooh, not my good side, but that's okay. 5, 4, using my glute, 3, 2, and bring it in. Wicked, but it's good. Strong workout. Okay, guys, so if you feel stuff in your wrists, and you will, just shake it out. You can bring your wrists down to the floor. Just get nice. The more you work on this part, so I push my shoulder down and I'm pressing, less stress in your wrist. But if you're in your fingers, you're going to be on your fingers. You're going to put a lot more stress into your wrist. So I want your stabilizers to work. And you just practice that. Remember, this is all a practice. Do the best you can on these. My recommendation for reps, I'm not all about time. I just kind of timed it so I would move quickly through. My recommendation, because I teach Pilates, even though I'm a fitness trainer, is go somewhere between 5 to 10 reps. Like by 8, you should be like really, at the end of it. You should be fatigued out. If you're going super fast, you're losing the essence of the work. But if you only do 3 really good ones, celebrate that, okay? And then the next 4. But if you're going more than 10, I would slow down, because this should be your challenge here, to have quality movement, not quantity. So I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this session. As I said, next Wednesday for the next, until the whole month of March, actually, there's one, the whole month of March, we are going to be working on your core with different pieces of equipment. I hope you join me and the Life family on our balance to get your core strong. So stay connected with us so we can connect you to your core. Roseann Zaff from Live Fit. Cynthia, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. If you have any other questions, text me or private message me or put it in the box, and I'll be glad to help you out. Have an awesome day, guys. I got pizza waiting for me. It's well deserved. I'm going to enjoy it, but it is gluten-free. Now.